Oh, listen, for one day a year when everybody knows you mean, and they're open graveyard. How many companies? How many have been saying this? I'm like, do businesses just don't want to make money? Like you're a bar grill and you're on the one street with all the restaurants Friday night, and at 8 o'clock you're like, kitchen's closed. What the fuck are you doing then? Like these are the successful businesses, and they literally close their restaurants at 5 o'clock, or they are not open on the weekend. Like yeah, but the time, hours, and days for you to make money. Everyone is home from work. Why would you close your stores at those times? I was like, is it illegal? Is it a law? Why is AA the only so, like SAQ? They all used to be open till 11. Now most of them aren't open past 5. Like, but don't you want to make money? They don't want people to go buy the booze at SAQ. They want people to go to restaurants and spend hundreds of dollars on a bottle of wine. I was like, yeah, but I don't know. I just like, cause I want to open a business, and I was like, okay, why is AA allowed to be the only restaurant that is open at night? And it's because they're not open during the day. And I was like, okay, but is it one or the other? Like, I don't understand why businesses aren't just open as much as they like. Keaton. Keaton is the only fucking store that I actually know is open whenever the fuck he wants to be. He works on Christmas. He works on Canada Day. Every fucking time all the stores are closed, Keaton will be open. And I'm like, but that and other stuff that I'm obviously not born into or part of. So that's why Keaton can get away with doing things that everybody else will get in shit for. There is no hope. No hope, no joy, only sadness forever. Love you. I'm kidding. A feminine pad? Oh yes, the mic thing. I've been doing this for years and not one time I don't think has he ever heard any of my clips. They almost never actually air them. Ah! Baby, I'm like a firework. Ah, 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 firework. Oh, fuck. I broke the wrong ice. Firework. Do it. Bell is a crap. My mom had a poster of Brian Adams like as a teenager. No, no. Like French people listen to English music because French music. No, no. Did you just come down and make yourself coffee? No. That's why I get the laundry in the dryer. Stop crying. Ah! Bagpipes. Oh yeah! Ollie the Piper, Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're always on the phone. They're calling back. What? Yeah, talk about everything. What? No, I just don't answer. Leave a message if it's important. I'll call back. Your service. You are done the conversation. And you don't. I will literally break. What? That's not the phone number. What are you doing? Okay. No, I'm mad that someone could steal my license plate who has the same vehicle and get a bunch of tickets all over the province. No, there is. No, in the Whiskey Trench. That's fair. People freak out when I'm going 15 with full code. I'm like, I don't know why you guys are super upset right now. I'm already seeing. Wow. Yeah. What? The A25 brand. No, I got a first notice and I was like, I already know what police report. I thought I was good. And then I got a final notice saying that my $13 A25 highway fee that wasn't paid got up to hundreds of dollars, like $300 from not paying it. And they were like, final notice. I'm like, I don't even give a shit about this. I fucking filed a police report. That's where the police report went. Nowhere. I have paid $5,000 alone. My arrest for it. It is. Oh, shit. Well, not in the Whiskey Trench. I guarantee you that. No, because people slow down to see camera, they pass it, and then they've done it. I'm like, why isn't there even cops sitting at the end of this thing? This sounds like obvious fucking cash grab. This opportunity. Oh, of course we do. Wouldn't it? Maybe look nice, wouldn't it? What did we learn? Do not sympathize with someone with the same vehicle as you. You think might be your neighbor. Or they might not be your neighbor. And they might just be fucking stealing your fucking license plate. So that they can run around getting into getting around, not paying tolls. What? Yeah, no. There you go. I like it. Yeah, and the picture with a big black blob, like that looks like similar to that, and it's my license plate, and that's not even my car. I'm gonna go figure out. Uh-huh. For that, okay. Well, uh-huh. They also have like cartridges. What do sick kids have to do with driving? But what does the Sick Kids Institution have to do with people driving? I'm pretty sure Jim doesn't actually have a car though. That's not what people do. People don't do that. You didn't sell your soul to the devil. They moved them. They're temporary speed cameras, and they moved them. Yes. No, if I'm getting that many tickets, maybe you guys should change it there, or maybe you guys should put a fucking police officer. No, because why am I getting so many fucking tickets in the same place? Is it literally because I'm fucking Ricky Bobby? I'm Ricky Bobby? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Wow. Yeah. 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 So no one can fucking make a complaint saying all of us are getting ridiculous amounts of fucking tickets. No, there's a reason that they moved it. When people fucking start complaining about them, they can just be like, there is no camera there. Just like the quotas. Just like the random pullovers. We don't do random pullovers. We don't have a quota. Anymore. No, if I am one person and I'm getting this amount of fucking tickets in the same spot over and over, and there's other people who are also getting ridiculous amounts of tickets in that same spot, people start to complain, and then you go, what? There's no camera there. We moved it. It would be great that you would just like take work off whenever they want because they're like, I have to go contest a bullshit ticket. And most of us literally cannot do that. And you're guilty unless you plead your case. And if you're homeless, then too late to plead your argument. So the lesson is don't be homeless because you'll never know if you. What? Yeah, but I don't have a criminal offense, so I don't have a lawyer unless I pay for one. Because it's not technically a criminal. That's why I couldn't get one because it, that I think it was Derek actually. He's like, why don't you just get a working license? I'm like, because you don't just like be like, I got my license suspended, so I'm applying for a work license. You have to have a charge. You have to have a I was charged with this, and it's your probation officer or your lawyer that puts that up. You can't just be like, I got my license suspended, but I have a like that's what I explained to her. I was like, I have a job. I can go to work. I can pay you. I need my car to do it. And they're like, well, that's not how it works. Get a different job closer to home because you can't work in customer service. There's no customer service jobs that you can get here. All of them are in the city, and you cannot rely on public transit. Your boss does not care if you fucking are late for your shift because of traffic every day. You will get fired. Like, you have to live in the city to work in customer service in the city because you can't rely on public transit and work in customer service. Like, and there are no customer service jobs over here. And that's what I was told. I was like, you know what? I want to pay the government. Take all my money. Take all of my money. I want to pay my tickets. But I can't do that if I can't go to work. And I have a job. And I can pay. And I prove that because I've already given you $5,000. Not for speeding, not for running red lights, not for a DUI, for parking tickets outside of the building that I fucking live at. No, because the lady next door didn't like my chalk, and her father's the mafia, and I didn't know that. I'm like, this is stupid. If Ian didn't tell me, I would have probably ended up getting into a fist fight with this lady. Like, and once he told me, he was like, you should probably stop. I know, like, I have a daughter, and I know usually if you say don't do it, they end up doing it, but this time you should really let it go. Like, but she's being an asshole. Like, I'm sort of thinking, like, why would he say that to me? There's nothing about her father. I'm like, oh, her father is the fucking mafia. That's fucking why. Like, she made my life literally impossible. Like, years of paying $5,000 in just fucking parking tickets. My crime is that I'm poor. Like, I'm too poor to make money. It doesn't even fucking make sense. Why did you guys fix that advertisement? That's terrible. You know who you should really trust? The people that constantly say, don't worry, trust me. Hey, girl. You ruined it for all of us. You ruined it for all of us. Fuck it. And always be sounding fucking shit and we were fucking eating out. No, you gave me bad credit when I never owned a credit card over a free trial that you guys charged me for not once but twice. I didn't even fucking get to watch South Park. The shittiest part of that. Oh, no area code required. Wow. I told you, the only thing me and Jim Richards have in common is his music choice. I feel like it's not getting that fixed. Everywhere. No, it's not opioids anymore. It's Tina. Tina doesn't kill you. I'm pretty sure the people doing it don't like being there. So that's for everybody all around again. Yeah, but they don't go away because you don't want them there. No, put them in jail, put them in psych wards, put them in sanatoriums. They're not just for the natives anymore. That's it. That's right. Or except made. Give them the drugs. No, give them nothing else. Give them more drugs. Yeah, isn't that crazy? But it's a disease. It's out of their control. What do drug addicts love more than free drugs? I was on Adderall for a year and a half, and everyone kept saying, "I'm so happy for you. You're doing so good. You're so much better." It felt terrible, really terrible. I feel like it was, and people were like, "Congratulations on your sobriety." I'm like, it's not sobriety to me. It's not sobriety to me. It's fucking stupid. Like, yeah, 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 in church with a packed lunch, like my brother. What? Syringes is syringes is one thing. But you know what? The people that I know that use needles, if they don't have a needle, they're not going to go and try to find one and use a dirty one anyway. Most of the people that I know that use needles are pretty fucking responsible with them. But all of the ones that weren't ended up dying. Needles is one thing. A crack pipe and a clean sniffer with my brother's packed lunch from the church. You are not helping. I put him in a 3-day psychoval at the hospital, and they offer him a month of a fucking test trial where they give him Adderall, he keeps doing his drugs, and they come back every once a week for a month, and they give him $2,000. That was not what that did. Like, I was like, I don't know where else to put him. I don't know, like, who has $30,000 to put someone in a rehab? Nobody. Like, for tax, they put him in a halfway house to clean up. You know? They don't want to help them. They don't want to even peer bully yet. They don't want to help homeless. There's investments in real estate, which is why right when he was running, he came out and said, I want to make clear that I have investments in real estate. And they all do. But they couldn't use that against him as saying, oh, well, don't you have investments in real estate? It's why you want to build more houses. They don't want to fill the houses with fucking homeless people don't give a shit if the house isn't up to fucking code and it's not hardwood floors or fucking whatever. They just want somewhere to live where they have fucking privacy. And privacy is privilege at this point. But you know what? It's like violating. It's a violation when somebody you don't know goes in your stuff and throws it in the garbage. And that's why people like Vanessa. I'm sorry to explain this to Jesse. But the reason Vanessa is a hoarder like this is because she never had things that don't get taken away from her. They're not expensive things. She doesn't want it. It's all junk shit. It's not like fucking she's going around with a new car. It's junk shit that is hers and means something to her, and she doesn't want people to take it from her. Because she's only ever known the things that you care about and that you have can be taken away from you. That's why she hoards like that. Like, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Super T's the best. Cash. I don't know. And now you're asking us to tip the fucking the machine that is the person. No, because they can't cut cash. Do you remember that? The lady at Subway? The lady at Subway? I'm like, why the fuck do you have a business and you can hire employees? The guy doesn't speak English. The guy doesn't speak French. I'm doing his first day. That's fine. I have gone like 2-3 months telling people that it's my first day. But like, to say to me that your class doesn't accept a certain amount of change, you're like, you're blatantly lying to my face and expecting me to be like, oh, okay, this does not exist. Your employees are not confident enough to be able to put off the tax at the end of the day without fucking it up. That is someone who should not have a fucking job. Like, to tell me at McDonald's we don't take $100 bills, I contact their head office. Your store said that they don't take my fucking $100 bills. What was the point of changing all bills then? It's Canadian currency. I'm pretty sure this is a law. By law, you have to take my Canadian currency. So now when I go to McDonald's, I have a fucking email on standby of their head office saying, no, they have to accept it. And I don't care what the fucking manager of my location says. You're taking my fucking money. I'm taking this food. Like that old man with the strawberries where he's like, here's the money. I'm leaving. I'm taking these strawberries. Call the police. That man is my fucking hero. Like, what's going on? What's happening? happening? Is he crying? Oh. Wow. 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 This is what happens when you fire all of your staff and outsource all of your fucking employees. You come out garbage in, garbage out. It is. It's hilarious. I feel really bad for you. I feel no, you shouldn't be. I feel really bad for you. And you're dumb to come here. That was so bad. Did you see what just happened? They had someone come on to add to the segment he was doing, and someone fucked with the mics, and that whole segment was not on the air, and it was just talking in Jim's ear. And they're like, we've been doing this for like 20 fucking years. We've been doing this job. And this is what happens when you fire all of your fucking staff and outsource your fucking employees. And he's like, this is embarrassing. Like, he's like, we shouldn't be laughing. I'm like, I feel really bad for you. Because, like, this is what your career has become. Like, so bad that your tech guys fuck up on a daily like this. This is it needs everything so fast, cheap, easy, and then fix all the problems and mistakes later. Like, that's fine if you're a telemarketing business. But when you're giving people information that is super crucial and important to their like fucking overall health, when your politicians, when your health departments are running their businesses, keep fast, easy, and fixing the problems later is kind of different. Like, these are mistakes that sometimes most of the time can't even be fucking reversed. So maybe you want to do it slow and right the first time, no? Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a doctor. Really hard to fucking defend somebody who literally is just like fucking up every 2 seconds. Like, oh my god, poor Jim. I no longer advocate for products that I do not agree with. If I don't use it and when I started, I will not upsell. I can't. If I'm trying to upsell it, I can't. I do not push products that I don't also. Oh wow. Yeah, eat a dick. I can't use these things on a daily, and you're gonna do it for you for this? No, 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 no. 100%, 100%. I don't work rent free. I refuse. And I like get to work on a daily basis, and I lose my job over it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Full transparency, guys. I thought we were already doing full transparency. From Price Stat Canada. Hopefully, those of you. I know. So, I think I'm going to practice so that people or friends people have used things that have to market. Oh, bet you guys already have these. Should have been your first time. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, golf. Okay. Great. Oh. Yay! Heat event. What heat event? What is a heat event? In July. Wow, crazy. 30 degrees July. A heat event. Too much. Yeah, you must be really not used to it when you're only here for 5 months of the year. So weird. Yeah. Why would you not have your name changed? Honestly, this is why people have stage names. It's exactly it. Oh God, because Calgary is our new central hub. What? What? This is the company I've been looking up all morning because they are based in. The train company I've been all morning looking up is this. I hate you. I hate you. Why? With no, that's exactly what happened. Oh, leave the poor man alone. Leave poor Doug Ford alone. It's the whole party of Canada, not just Doug Ford. You're not helping me either. Trying to fucking help her, and you're making it worse. It's hard. Yeah, yeah. This is not. This is not normal. Yeah, a drug addict love free drugs. Because you can't get off drugs because of the disease. NAFTA says these. Oh my. Only everybody I've ever fucking just saying. I was like, there are people who actually know people that don't have a mental health problem or an addiction problem. I don't know any. We'll figure it out. Go find some light bulbs. Go get a light bulb. You're enabling. You are enabling my brother to speak for drugs. And he's trying to get him from it, and you're making it impossible. No, no. I'm set up. I'm set the fuck up. only making it worse from the government fucking association that are supposed to help. Good old Catholic Church. No, you guys are all fucked. The middle class is fucked. You guys can keep plugging your ears and being like everything's great. Everything's fine. I'll work it out. Longer. That's different. Like so different. No, 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 no. No, no, no. The shadow government. Oh yeah, sure they fucking nuts. Everybody's gonna do them. They have just and they're not ready to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior. That was it wasn't fun. That's why we went for my party. Because you guys didn't want to be like, oh, I can do something up. And you just want to leave, put a picture really fast and just prove it. So we don't have to sacrifice something else. Go on. You're just fucking. No, no, no. Okay. And maybe they could have been doing drugs if you can't do drugs responsibly. And I feel like I'm living in a smaller village. Garbage can. No, they want the drugs to be run, not have to feel bad that they did not help, and then it works because it's cheaper. No, no. Coming for someone who gives them drugs, I don't give a shit about your fucking thing. What do you think? It's a symptom. Addiction is a symptom, not a disease. No, it's not. It's only for the rich. Only the rich people can afford alcohol now. they don't have dental insurance. Their teeth are falling out because they don't go to the dentist. Not because they just love. They didn't get those toothbrushes with the first place. Fucking Kaylee died last year. Went to rehab for chemo, and that's the one who taught her how to do heroin. And she died. Because she was experienced. She didn't know how to do it her own, but she's so salty now. And she died alone. She's not just fucking terrible. And we legalized against the house. It's not. It's just a data that you receive from the government, who are the ones supplying. So there is fucking people who are just like, we just don't want to see the drug users outside anymore, so we going to foundations for drugs. It's like, you know what? Was this unprecedented? It must have been unprecedented. I'm going to foresee this happening. No, this is why the only fucking people that run rehab are the Catholic Church, and they're still fucking trying to push the steps thing. My favorite was Julie, the drug counselor for Billings, and Walter told me go 3 times. If it doesn't help, you can stop going, but just try. I was like, fine, I'll go. And first session, I talked and I cried a little bit, and she goes, okay, but we're here to deal with your drug problem. I was like, yeah, but my drug problem is caused by all my other problems, which she had no interest in hearing. And she also basically did not understand English. She was very French. Billings was an English school. We didn't really have anyone who was mother tongue French in Billings. And I went for 3 times, and she was like, yeah, but have you seen the circle? I was like, yeah, the steps. He goes, no, it's the circle. Like, yeah, but you just put the steps in a different shape. It is still the steps. Like, and I guess it's more accurate in the circle because, like, the steps, you get to the top and then you fall off, you're back to the bottom. And they're like, yeah, but now it's a circle. I'm like, yeah, but same steps and a different pattern, which makes more sense because basically it is a circle that never fucking ends. The whole point of steps is to make sure that you never actually get off drugs. Because I tried to talk to, I went to Portage for theory, and I tricked him and I said that I would go with him. and I didn't, but I was like, "You need to do 2 weeks of detox at least." Like, and they told me to bring him to a place in Peanut, at the end of Peanut, which was ended up being a halfway house, where all the guys in there looked like they were fucking zombies because they were so hopped up on drugs to make them not beat the shit out of each other and beat them to death, like, that they're all fucking zonked out and shit, and they're like, "What are you in for?" And Fury was like, "Speed," and they all started laughing. I was like, "Alright." They didn't call him for the first week, they didn't let him have a phone for the first week because it's a fucking halfway house, not a rehab, and, the second week after the second week, when I went to pick him up, I was talking to the counselor, and I'm asking her about what they offer. I was like, "Do you guys, like, offer anything other than the steps?" And she was, like, very confused by my question. I'm like, "Well, okay, so, like, just say for people that are of the Catholic faith and don't really believe in Jesus." She goes, "Oh, no, 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 no. We're very open-minded here. We accept people of all different faiths. Whatever the religion that you believe in, you can apply the steps to." Like, "Alright, well, like, let's just say I don't follow a specific religion." She goes, "I don't know what you mean." Like, well, for example, one of the steps are that you have to surrender to a higher power because your drug addiction is a disease that is not in your control. So you surrender that you have no control over your addiction and a higher power is what's going to cure your addiction. And I was like, yeah, but say like nobody puts sits on me and puts drugs in my face. I put drugs in my body. So it's up to me to be able to stop putting drugs in my body. So can I just say like I'm my own higher power? And she laughed now because she's like, that would be assuming that you're comparing yourself to Jesus. I was like, okay, so let's just say Mother Nature. Mother Nature is my higher power and a tree. I can say my higher power is a tree. She goes, absolutely. We have a lot of people that are worship Mother Nature. I was like, you know what? Never mind. This conversation is not going anywhere. This is a lost cause trying to go back and forth with the lady who was counselor at the rehab that I put period. And the first thing he said when he got in the car was, bring me to Matthews and bring me to SAQ. Yeah. I was like, really? I went through all of this to get you in. He's like, well, first of all, you tricked me and lied to me. And I was like, because I thought you were gonna die. You weren't eating for fucking days at a time. You weren't sleeping. You had a seizure at one point, and I was like, you needed to go somewhere else for a little bit just to get it out of your system. And he goes, yeah. Well, now I'm nice and clean, and I shouldn't have any more seizures, and we can go back to doing drugs. I was like, wow, I really put a lot of effort into setting this up for you. And I really can't believe that you're telling me that the first place you want to go is to get drugs. Oh, it's really, really exciting to be honest. Everywhere I put him is only making fucking worse. And I can't even bring him here anymore because he's so bad at this point that he's a danger to himself and others, and he has to be locked in a room. Like he can't come detox here because he might set the house on fire. He might go to the neighbors to try to convince them of his crazy delusions. Like I can't have him here. And it's not even like alcohol. Like if you're an alcohol addict, it would not be safe. You need to do it in a regular environment. But this is literally like I don't know if his damage is permanent at this point. And that's what everyone else is telling me. They're like, "Oh yeah, he's gone." Every time I see him, he's not there. Even Jesse was like, "Wow, what he wrote is very like well written." I'm like, "That's the worst part about it is that he is intellectually smart, but he feels like he's so smart that he shouldn't have to prove it." Like, yeah, but that's what high school is. It's not about gauging your intelligence level. It's about proving that you can show up for something and follow through. You don't have to be smart to get through high school. You just have to show up. Really, that's all you had to do. And he was like, "I'm gonna go take university courses at McGill." I'm like, "Yuri, you didn't get past grade 9. You spent like 5 years going to adult ed. 2 months you fucking smoke with your friends, drop out." Like, you did this for fucking years because the government pays him to do it. Like, I'm trying to fucking get Fury to not be shitty, and every time I try to fucking get him help, it makes him worse. And now I'm fucking out of ideas. I don't have $30,000 to blow on him. Like, are you pregnant? parenting is generally a team effort, or it's supposed to be. Really? This is what they're getting you to talk about? I'm so sorry. I love men talking about it. Great. Whatever. And this is what your career is about to do on Instagram. Oh, it's like people say my fiance. It's fucking bleh. My fiance. Oh my god. What the fuck are your fucking language? You have no idea what you're saying. Oh, is he not financially responsible for your child? Good for you. Is this really parody the Mirabino at news? Like, okay, this is what we're doing. Oh, oh damn. Get a dog. Maybe get a dog first. And if you can't handle a dog, maybe you should have a baby. Well, apparently men have the right to say whether we get abortions or not, so well, you're morning sickness for 9 months. Screw them. You're not a fucking hero for getting pregnant. Like, you're not a fucking accomplishment. Whatever. Really, like, I'm sure your husband was very present for this holiday. Is this really top news from someone who does not have a baby or a girlfriend? Richard doesn't even have a fucking cat. What? Not anymore. You can be a man and you can get pregnant. That's what they're saying. Yeah. Yeah. This is a weird fucking thing. It's very odd. Wow. Jim. Then you should not have a baby from a one night stand. Just saying. Maybe you should fucking not have sex with people you don't know. And don't be surprised when shit gets back. If you do. Oh, good. Oh, it looks lovely to be pregnant. You're like giving the miracle of life like Jesus did. Thank you. Yeah, and honestly, why would you care? Pretty lady. That's true. That's true. I was very clear minded. I was super clear minded. I was super confident, and I just said, when I got pregnant. Like, I actually went away when I got pregnant. I'm like, our money. Not my money. It's not your money. It's our money. You're a fucking team. Shut up. Unless you expect the father to not be present, then go ahead. was great. He just slipped it at the end there. Nobody cares. It's like, yeah, because Jim, this is where your career is now. These are the segments that are top priority at the news station. Like whether somebody says we are pregnant or I am pregnant, you're a man. You don't get to say that you're pregnant because I'm the one who's pregnant. If you want the father to not be present for the rest of your fucking kids' upbringing, go ahead, sure. But if you actually care about this, you are prioritizing the wrong shit. Like, I'm sure these men also financially support your child, so kind of like a team effort here, and I don't think that should really be a concern if you are having a baby. It's whether we tell people we are pregnant or I am pregnant. Just fucking reassess your fucking priorities here. This is like top news at the news station right now. It's just so sad. Because I don't think Jim even has a cat. What a fucking tragedy. What a tragedy. You had to pay for your son to go to medical school. You had to sell your dream home. Tragic. Tragic. Well, those are the only homes that are available now. Because why are contractors going to invest $200,000 to repair a home to sell it for $200,000? They don't. And they're like, I only made $100,000 on this house. Why would they do that when they can not do any work and they wait for their house to fall down, sell a plot of land, and build a new one? When there are people that are homeless everywhere and people just don't like seeing in front of their building, it's not safe. Maybe there's the falling apart homes that are all over the place. I don't know. A condo's not a house. A semi-detached is almost a house, but still not really a house. A duplex is not a house. Turning your basement into an apartment, not a house. It's in a house, but not a house. A shipping container, also not a house. The reason why there's no more trailers or trailer parks is because you own your trailer. They don't want people to fucking be poor and own things. They could take advantage of the system that way. Instead, they'll rent you a shipping container. They're helping the homeless. What? You know what? It's just like not a real estate agent. I don't build houses or anything like that. A condo's not a house. A semi-detached is almost a house, but not really your own house because you have to share half your house with somebody technically. Same building. Call it semi-detached, but it's still the same building and you still share it with your neighbor. So a semi-detached, still not really owning your own house. This is a very simple answer. How do we fix the homeless problem? Give them a house to live in. They're all over the place. Are you telling me we don't have the space? We're the second biggest fucking landmass in the world. Numbers lack of space. Homeless people don't have high standards of living. So like, don't give me that shit that you want to house the homeless. You don't want to house the homeless. Even like, I keep looking at listings and they're like, oh, renting a house. Like, no, this is you're renting the basement of your house that you turned into an apartment. This is not the same thing. And the reason there was no more trailer parks is because you own your trailer at a certain point. They don't want poor people owning stuff. So they're like, we'll give you guys shipping containers. Like, so I already voted for Mark Carney. Said, don't worry, I'll fix all the problems. I wanted to do this and I'll wrap it up quick. So you guys don't have to feel bad that you guys caused all this. Oh. Oh, 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 no. Yeah, well, what? What atrocity. Fucking magpie. I was literally what every mortal. I know. It's a tragedy. Total tragedy. Really wrong people. Yeah, we don't have any bars. Yes. I'm going to manufacture, I'm going to grow on site, I'm going to harvest on site, I'm going to bake on site. Everything's on site. It doesn't leave the property. All the employees that are going to work for me are going to be high fucking people that fucking are born and raised here. They're very capable of doing fucking work. But they can't give them a chance because you need a phone, you need an address, you need all these things. You need a fucking shower feeling. Like, we help you. Yeah. At any rating, no. And you know what? Any rating is a rating, even if it's bad. Because oh no, we've done this before. We've done this before. No, it's just you. It's just you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm asking you to fucking move. Only my whole life. Only my whole fucking life. No, not with really anything. Everything feels like it's 10 times harder than it should be. Yeah, and they tell you it's because you're too dumb. You don't understand technology. They don't. Why are you saying it like the first time you've ever said it? Nope. Nope. are the things that's supposed to make your life easier so much more frustrating? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Everyone used to look up stuff and actually get answers to stuff, and then having experts be like, we don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but they're experts. You don't know. So, yeah, 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 yeah. And if anything, we'll rehire them. Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh, nice. So it works out for some people. I'm glad the service works for you. I can tell you right now, I talked to a bot once for like 10 fucking minutes. Yeah. I literally more than once talked to a bot for more than 10 minutes. This was many, many years ago. No, no, no. We were going down this way, template. It was inevitable. We do this every 10 years or so. And then nobody gets repercussions, which is why they do it again. Why would they stop doing it if they get away with it with no repercussions? No, I'm just support fucking technology that works to be right? Good enough. Isn't that great? Doing your job good enough. Not having the actual pride and going above and beyond in your work. You want to take fun away tipping because some of us actually do our jobs to the best of our ability. No, I didn't work. Yeah, no. Yeah. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're an asshole. Are you retarded? Well, we know who these your fucking forehead, honestly. Really? Like Bitcoin. People who fucking believe in Bitcoin have to be like, yeah, Bitcoin, the best. I'm rich now. Because if they don't, their money is monopoly money. And it makes it not actually worth anything. Of course, people who buy Bitcoin are going to tell everybody how great Bitcoin is. Oh my god, people who actually can do their job? What? If you can get on the phone and they don't drop your call after being on hold for 2 hours, at 4 o'clock, they drop your call. That means that nobody has consequences when shit goes wrong. Right? Wow. How fucking generous. A company that lays off their entire customer service department But don't worry, their HR department gave them a little workshop so that they could find a new job. How fucking generous. Really, truly. It's great having people who are fucking, if the system fucks up, but like he said, right? The system is foolproof. There's no way it fucks up. Just like electricity and just like hacking and just like all these other things that apparently changing our money so that it can't be counterfeited anymore. That's the thing about criminals. They find no ways to do crime. You cannot get ahead of this because as soon as you figure out how they're fucking getting away with it, they find a new way that's even smarter and even better to get away with the crime that they're doing. Like, this is just so stupid. Then again, what the fuck do I know? I know nothing. Fucking peasant. What's the matter? Not good. Doomed to a 30-year-long career. So thanks for all your dedication. Here's $13,000 for the rest of your life. Good luck. The dog's so cute. I'm like fucking water at him. He's just taking it. Yeah, taking. It's terrible. I know it's trouble around my throat. You say Nelly Furtado? I think Nelly Furtado was like popular when I was in elementary school. See with Brian Adams. Brian Adams. You remember that movie, Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron? It was a Disney movie of like a wild horse that gets uh uh um what do you call it? They find him in the wild and they bring him back to a farm and they're colonizers that break him and they have a native guy who's a prisoner that's tied to a pole and he escapes and grabs the horse and they both fucking bail. It was a fucking amazing movie. It was really, really good. Like now that I'm thinking back, like it was a kids movie that was very honest. It was still kid friendly, but it was before like all the PC shit when they were like, we're not gonna lie, we're not gonna hide the fact that that happened in history and we can address it, but without all like the murder, genocide, and all that shit. Just to show kids that this is history, but it's still a kid movie. It's great. The soundtrack is amazing, and it's all Brian Adams. I didn't even know Brian Adams was Canadian, but I was listening to the soundtrack, and my mom was like, "Are you listening to Brian Adams?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know him?" She goes, "I'm surprised you know him. I had a picture of Bryan Adams in a poster in my room when I was a kid growing up of Bryan Adams when she was a 16-year-old. I was like, wait, what? And even now, Bryan Adams now has his own station on iHeartRadio. I'm like, that's what we all wanted. A whole station of Bryan Adams. Good, but not after. Fuck. Oh. I was gonna say, wait, wait. For years, I've been sending you guys clips, and not once. I don't think you've ever heard any of them. I knew this would go horribly. Why they're making sure it's not gonna happen. This is not even a controversial topic at all. Hello? Motherfucker. Mother I think that's my boomer. You need to look at your own fucking generation. I don't really care shit. Yeah. When you don't say bye, that's what I have a problem. When you decide the conversation's over and you don't say bye and you hang up. I will find you and I will break your phone on your face. Alan Covey does that. He hangs up when he feels like the conversation's over because he doesn't feel like he has to say goodbye. Because he decides when the conversation's over. I will literally come find you and break your phone into your face. Yeah. No, I don't answer. If I don't know the number, I don't answer. And Jim is now silent. So embarrassed. I'm so sorry for your fucking career. Yeah, yeah. Hard hitting stories. So Gen Z's not saying hi when they answer the phone. Yeah. Why? Why is this even a conversation? No, I just don't answer it. If I don't know the number, I just don't answer it. If you call back again, I will. I'm assuming it's important. Well, now we know. If you're struggling with paper, could you talk to two? So great. So great. Thank you. Last time he didn't say go Braves. He's the first time I've ever heard him sign off, and he didn't say go Braves because they cut him off first. Because you know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of the things. Remember when they used to introduce him, and it was that track of him, all the guys saying Jim, Jim, Jim. And I just like I have this amazing image of him going up to his coworker and being like, "Hey guys, so I need to do the intro for my segment. Would you guys mind helping me out and just like cheering my name and like just like cheering your name, Jim, Jim, yeah, like Jim, 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 Jim." And they're like, "Okay, sure." It would be so awkward, but yeah, it's great. Thanks, guys. That's great. Perfect. Like, why did they take that away? I loved it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. Fucking job and everybody else got fired is because Jim was like, I'm not throwing away my career because I'm not listening to what my bosses are telling me. Because at one point, you know, when Trudeau was on his way out, and the things that was coming out of our government and what was coming out of Trudeau's mouth was just such a blatant lie. And if anybody supports that, it's like I obviously know who's paying your fucking salary. If you are on board with this and you are trying to advocate for this, this is the. I was telling Sherry this. I was like, you know what? I am getting out of the big thing because it was good while it lasted, but I really have a hard time promoting products that I don't personally like. I'm not good at upselling, and I've lost jobs a lot because I just will not upsell to benefit the company. And that is a weird thing that companies do. And they're like, you should want your company to prosper. Like, yeah, but not at my expense. Unless I'm also. But if I'm also prospering, of course, I want to go above and beyond and work 110%. And I understand that you guys want to waste to do, because people like me do go above and beyond 100%, and you guys take my $100 tip. Like, and everybody knows that everybody gets tips. We don't talk about it. But even the Christian girl who never said the S word, the worst she said was freaking crack. Was like, why would you say anything? Even I get a $20 tip once in a while, and I put it in my pocket. I was like, are you telling me? Like, first of all, I ran into the store because I was looking for his car with him for 45 minutes. And he was like, here's a tip for you. I was like, I can't take it. I can't take $100. He was like, no, no, no. I'm not leaving until you take it. You went above and beyond, like, and the sale was like a 3,000. They didn't even buy a dog. It was just in supplies for their dog. I was like, where did you get it? Because it looks like it's under $2. And they just didn't say anything. I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. But you need to give it milk supplement and vitamin paste for a little bit because I think that dog is big. I was like, does the dog nuzzle or does the dog what do you call it? Kneading or was they suckle on like your neck or something? She was like, yeah, I thought the dog was just like cuddling with me and being cute. I'm like, no, she's looking for a nipple. Your dog's looking for a nipple because she got taken away from her mom too early. And you can get really bad like fucking problems later on that are permanent. Like, and they were like, "You were very knowledgeable. You were really great." And I had it in my hand when I ran into the store. And she looked at me, she looked at my hand, she looked back at me, and she was like, "What is that?" I was like, I told him I couldn't take it, and he like insisted, and we were going back and forth, and I didn't want to waste more time. And she was like, "You can't keep that." Like I know I can't. I figured that I wouldn't be able to keep it, but even if they had given me $5, she's like, "Let me call Robert, the owner, and see what he wants to do." He has an autistic son. All the money that people throw into Koi Pond goes to Autism Foundation, autism research. And he just got to an autistic son. I was like, yeah, that money, I guarantee you, goes into his pocket. It goes to fucking autism, right? He has a son with autism. It goes to his son. I was like, yeah. He said, we're going to put it to the Koi Pond in the autism awareness, whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, even if they had given me $5 that bit, I would have been happy. And it means that they get their money back. Whatever money they donated, they will get it back. So your mom's not taking money from anybody other than the government. It's a middleman that gives her $2, and then they get that $2 back. The only person that she's taking from is the government. And this is why SPC, you don't see animal animal rescues anymore because SPCA owns them all. And I tried to get a job at SPCA once, and I was like, I'll shovel shit, I'll clean cages, I'll literally do all the big work. Like I know how to work with animals, but I want to work in rescue animals. And they told me the only job that they would give me is giving me a clipboard and stopping people on their way to work to ask for money for donations. I was like, are you serious? Like, and this was started for me volunteering in St. Costa at a place called AMR. When they would throw the clipboard at me, I was going to volunteer. They throw the clipboard at you, and they go, yes, I did. You put your name and the time of the date. They don't ask you for like ID or anything. They throw you keys. And like, I could literally go downstairs and steal all the dogs, and they'd be like, go ahead. Why would we care? The place will be filled almost instantly again. So, and they're like, I'm like, what specifically do you need done? And they're like, literally anything that you see that might need to be done, just do that. I'm like, that's awesome, perfect. Like, and then they got taken over by SPCA, and they were like, you have to go on a waiting list for a workshop. Now, I'm assuming there's not very many English people wanting to volunteer at the animal rescue in St. Costa. So they literally never called me. Oh, and you don't pay right away, so it builds interest. And then after you don't know for like a month that you had a ticket, it's too late to contest it. I mean, you already are guilty. So make sure you never fucking say hi to one of your new neighbors who has the same vehicle as you because they might steal your license plate.